Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the wonderful photography nature paintings. There we go. I told you the dripping leaf would come in handy at some point. How remarkable. Stanley's computer. Filing cabinets. Nothing in the filing cabinet. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Make sure reaches the two doors in good time. Okay, interesting. So if I go to the beginning, which I suppose is this, the two doors. Here we go. A set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. Exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Okay. Filing cabinets. Straight to the point. I like it. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered together. Development through the hardcore layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. So a loose description of how the game was built. How fascinating. Nothing about the ringing phone though. Wow. The office. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synchronized tone. Make a concoction of sound. Boom, 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 boom. There's no limit. No limit. Oh, they're changing. Christ. Oh, hello. Okay, so office computers. Don't know what that is. Can't call. Oh, installation. Card game, casual card game, and employee database. Anything exciting I can actually read on there? No. Probably is, I just can't read it. The Stanley Parable credits. How brilliant. Kevin Brighting. Kevin Brighting, what a legendary voicer. Okay, so that's the credits, which makes me think this is leading me to the end of the game, or is this just like a large... So, in order to get to the credits, you had to go through the escape door. I suppose that's a cool way to do it. Could have taken everybody quite a while to get to this point, I really could admit. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. I'm half expecting like outtakes of Kevin just doing a narration. That would be hilarious. Don't know whether to check the other side out. I wish you could sprint. Don't mean you can. Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. I wonder where the red theme came from. It's quite an unusual colour vibe to an office. I haven't ever seen like a red, that kind of red, and that kind of wooden flooring to an office in my entire life, I have to say. It's more like a psychiatrist's office than an boss's office. I've said office probably too many times in that sentence. Office clock. Office clock. Now, does it always show the same time? Haven't really been looking. Here we go. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Freedom ending. See, that's what's confusing, because the freedom ending is the ending that you get if you follow the game in its completion. Yet this ending feels like the ending that you should get at the end of a game. To be fair, the game's not really been that sensible. What was that? Oh, I can find out. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version. Freedom England. I like that. I think I prefer the look of that purely because it's just nice and simplistic. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Okay. That really, to be fair, right, on here they've said, we abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember, therefore it got confusing. Well, to be fair, the whole game is quite confusing and difficult, so I can't imagine an up and down lever being on a lift being that difficult in comparison to the whole game in itself. But hey ho. Countdown room, early version of the countdown room, bare as anything. Game design mock-up. This is a level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as kind of an audition piece. Strength of this level got William hired to design a full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from the mock-up is still in the game. Oh, let's go move back a bit. Ooh, the roof's a bit more funky. So is that the original, did I say? Kind of audition piece. Like it. Yeah, I quite like that, because that looks more chaotic than the actual game became. How fascinating. I like all this. Stanley's office, from left to right. The evolution of Stanley's office. Over time, the first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. So that must be the third. So the first. So not much has changed. A couple more files and another picture. I'd like to know why they made certain changes. Like, why did they feel they needed to add the image? Probably relating to the freedom ending, possibly. Right, let's skedaddle.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Well, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark and say this is probably it. I might do a couple more videos just for alternative ways of getting around the Stanley Parable, or I might not, but we'll see what happens. If you want more, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Tell me what you think. Would you like to see the other endings? If not, what would you like me to play? Yeah, all that jazz.
Can you see? Can you
Oh.
see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Oh. I think I'm actually dead. Not in real life, ladies and gents. I'm okay. I'm here, but is that... I imagine that's it. Ta-ra.